Alright, guys. So after that, let's head into our second topic of the conversation for today, and that is take the win. Just take the win. Okay, so the reason why I'm bringing this up as part of the topic of the conversation is that, well, as you guys may know, UFC 259, Aljamain Sterling became the UFC new bantamweight champion, and a lot of people was thinking that there was a bit of acting involved, that he could have continued. You know what? Fuck those guys. If I was Aljamain, fuck yeah, absolutely 100%, 100% that I would take the title. I would take title. You hit me illegally, you lose the belt. It is what it is. It is what it is. And you guys, that might be sound a bit selfish, a bit greedy, but however, it's the opportunity that comes with being the UFC title holder, being a UFC champion. It's huge. It's huge. And if that's the case, why wouldn't you take it? In this situation right here, it was given to him. I believe that it would have been foolish for him not to take it. I realized that he is going to take a bit of a backlash. You know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. He's the champ, and now, right now, he is guaranteed himself another main event, or well, unless it's to like the John Jones or Stipe or even the Conor McGregor. I could see this being one of the UFC future main event, and that is saying a lot. It's just the fact that it does add a bit of intrigue. It does add a bit of hype for the fight coming up. And at the end of the day, it's also about storyline. These guys are not just fighters. They are, well, they this fighting is what they do to put food at the table, to take care of the family. And with the UFC title, you just make more money. Essentially, you just make more money, and essentially that this is the reason why these guys do it in the first place. So yeah, fucking do it, man. And you guys, on the flip side, could you just imagine if Anthony Smith right here, if Anthony Smith would have taken the knee, and it's like, hey John, I'm not fighting. You hit me illegally as well. I won that title. His life would have changed. His life would have changed, and I believe that it would have changed for the better, because the rematch would have done huge, huge. And you guys, I believe that nearly all of the UFC champion, they would get some sort of UFC points. I realized that DJ Demis Johnson was one of the few people that did not receive pay-per-view points. But man, if you have the right manager, and in this case right here, this fight right here, when Anthony Smith take on John Jones for the second time after he takes that win, I'm fairly certain, I'm like 99% certain that his manager would find a way for Smith to get some sort of pay-per-view bonus, because it would have been one of the biggest fight that the UFC would have to offer to us as the fight fan. And yeah, it's just too much money. Too much money to be made, and it's too much money for the UFC not to make off that fight. So, man, take the win. Take the win. It's as easy as that. Don't give a shit what anyone says. Don't fall into the trap. Don't fall into the trap of the hater. You know, take that win. Take your money, and go get a rematch, because the rematch will be huge, especially for this fight, because that fight right there, Aljamain versus Petr Yan, that was the first time that the UFC title has changed hand through a disqualification. It could have been a second if Smith would have taken that win against John Jones. Oh yes, let's get back to that for one moment, okay? Against John Jones, you guys. John Jones, essentially, on his UFC record, he has only lost once. Lost once through disqualification as well. It's a 12-6 elbow, 12-6 elbow, and that was one of his loss. And a lot of people were saying that that was a bit of lap of a judgment, but you could always say that with all of the illegal knee, because it was unintentional. Fuck, I'm so hungover. Okay, and the first time when that happened versus Matt Hamill, John Jones, he did receive a bit of I would like to say sympathy, because he was fairly new to the game. He didn't realize that it was illegal, and that happened. It happens, right? But however, if Anthony Smith would take it again, if Anthony would take that win against John Jones for the second time, and you guys, that time I believe it was 2018. John Jones, he's not one of the biggest fan favorite, because, well, the stuff that he does outside of the octagon, you know. And that would have been a big win. It would have been a big win for him. He could have said that he was the UFC champion regardless of how he would have won the title. And the same thing with Aljamain Sterling. You guys, you know what? The reality of the situation is that he was losing that fight. Aljo was losing that fight heading into the fourth, or heading into the fifth, which they never got to because of the DQ. The tide was turning, and even during the fourth round, he did not look good. And now all of a sudden, to me, I believe that is a bit of a gift, because what I just said is that he was losing that fight, and Petr Yan kind of gift wrapped him that title. And there has also been mentioned that, well, that his corner told him to throw that knee kick, or that knee to the head. So he won on both accounts. He won on the fact that Petr Yan did it, and number two, that it was instructed by his corner to do it. I don't know what to tell you, man. Take that win. That's the topic of the conversation. Take that win. Don't feel bad. You know, I keep going back to this, and that is Anthony Smith versus John Jones. Anthony, man, your life would have changed. Your life would have changed. You could have that UFC title on top of your mantle right now. And looking back, not right now, but like, let's say 20, 30 years down the road, you could look back on your career as a UFC fighter, and you could claim to become a UFC champion. And no one is going to dispute that, because if anyone does, you're like, right there, man, right there, I got the belt, so fuck you. I'm the champ. And I realized that he did lose his next fight versus Glover Teixeira. It doesn't matter. Once you're champ, you will always be a champ. And that can be said with Aljamain Sterling right here. He's a champ. No one could take that away from him. No one. You could hate him all you want, but at the end of the day, Aljamain Sterling is your new UFC bantamweight champion, and that is that. There's nothing that you could do about it. There's nothing that I could do about it. I wouldn't want to. Like, why would I? I was a bit disappointed. Well, I shouldn't say disappointed. I was a bit. You know what? I lied. Like, if I would have had that belt, I would have done the same thing. And where I was going with this is that, if you guys have not seen or check out my video from yesterday, MMA in the morning, episode 11, is that Aljamain Sterling, after winning that belt through a disqualification, he was going around taking pictures and he was posting with it. I don't know if I would have done that, you know, because that seems like it's just rubbing into Petr Yan's face. And sportsmanship, I would wait, I don't know, like maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, but I would not do it right away. And from what I've heard from what I've seen, he won the belt on Saturday, and by Sunday morning he was taking pictures with a few people. I don't know who those people are. It could be his coach, his family member, training partner. But I would wait. I would just wait a bit. So yeah, that's it. So you guys, let's get back into it. Take that win. Take the win, man. Take the win. There's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity that comes with being at the UFC champion. Regardless of how you win it, take that win. And man, I just hope that Anthony. John Jones is one of my favorite fighter. I just hate going back to it, but man, Anthony, your life would have changed. Your life would have changed. I realized that it would have been to the expense of John Jones, but that's okay. That is okay, because you could have said that you got one of the biggest win against one of the MMA like greatest, which is John Jones. You guys, shit. Okay, so like I said, man, take that win whenever you can, and for Aljo, it's a big one because he get to become the champion, and if you're not fighting for a title, take that win because you will get you will get your win bonus as well. And at the end of the day, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. That's why these fighters put their life on the line, put their health on the line. So yeah, take that win, take the money, collect the checks, and collect the championship belt. So well played, Aljo. And you know what? If you were acting, you got me, man. You got me. So yeah, take the win.